What is the Narrative Lectionary? I'm Reverend Jim Keat, the digital minister at the Riverside Church, and this is The Word Made Fresh, the weekly show where we talk about upcoming lectionary passages, liturgical themes, and all that good stuff, so you can borrow ideas for your sermons, Bible studies, or just because you're a Bible geek who likes to learn this stuff. And right now we're taking Lauren to daycare. I got to get a haircut, and you're just going to come along for the ride, because why not? Now, the lectionary is just the appointed readings that are used in churches. Most churches use the Revised Common Lectionary, the RCL, and it has a 3-year cycle that follows the liturgical calendar, starts with Advent, ends with ordinary time, which is not plain boring time, it's ordinal, as in counted. Anyway, the 3 years cover Matthew, Mark, and Luke, but you don't get the Gospel of John, and it's great. It's used by lots of churches. There's great resources on this, but we're making a change at Riverside. Don't worry, I'm okay. I just dropped my phone. Okay, Lauren, we're at daycare. Ready? The Revised Common Lectionary is what we've used for, 92 years of Riverside's history. That's all of Riverside's history. But we're excited for this new change. We have a new Senior Minister, Rev. Adriene Thorne. She's incredible. Oh, that's my haircut place. And this change is going to be really, really, I think, exciting for all of us. Here's Adriene explaining a bit about it.
The lectionary that I started using about 5 years ago is called the Narrative Lectionary. Is anyone familiar with it? Okay, like 3 people. Okay, so I love the Narrative Lectionary. I got familiar with it at, I think it's Louisville Seminary. Bruce, is that right? I think it's Louisville. What the Narrative Lectionary does, as the name suggests, is it's a narrative walk through the Bible. It always starts in September, kind of when the new school year or church year starts, and it always starts in Genesis with the origin stories of our faith, and it moves chronologically through the Bible. So we do the kings, the prophets, the mothers and fathers of faith. So the focus in the first half of the year is always the Hebrew Bible, which a lot of Christians aren't super familiar with, the Hebrew Bible. At Christmas, it starts with one gospel, and from Christmas to Easter, it does a narrative, chronological walk through one gospel. Why is this important? In the Revised Common Lectionary, the Gospel of John is only referenced twice in a 4-year cycle. So the Revised Common Lectionary, you read most of the biblical texts actually in a 3-year cycle. Yeah. In the Narrative Lectionary, it's a 4-year cycle. So the Revised Common Lectionary, you don't hear much from the Gospel of John, which for some people, that's their favorite gospel. And so we become more biblically literate. That's pretty much the bottom line of why I like the Narrative Lectionary. And because we move chronologically, you get a deeper dive, I think, into the Hebrew Bible. You get a chronological and deep dive into the gospel text, and I think you become more literate with the Bible, which we all want to be, I'm assuming.
And how does that interact with the regular church calendar, like Advent and Lent, and do all of those happen anyway?
All of those happen anyway. So the Narrative Lectionary doesn't mimic the liturgical calendar in the same way, but I think what it does is open up some really interesting opportunities for us to think differently about this book that we love. So whereas in the Revised Common Lectionary you'll get, for example, a lot of the Isaiah texts about the root, the shoot from the tree of Jesse, you may or may not get those in the same kind of order that you're used to, so it's going to be a little bit of a different ride, but I think that it will open up some new possibilities.
Well, what do you think of the video? And what do you think of my haircut? You can leave a comment below if you have questions about the lectionary, Narrative Lectionary, all that good stuff. We'll address them in an upcoming video. And upcoming videos are going to focus primarily on the Narrative Lectionary passages. So if you are a Narrative Lectionary preacher, this is your resource. And if you're not one, well, maybe you should think about it for all those reasons Reverend Thorne listed in the talk back. Yeah. And what else? Oh, and if you haven't already, there's an email list you could sign up for to get these videos every time we post one, because with these Narrative Lectionary resources, these could be pretty helpful or just cool. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. Focus, camera. Come on, here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week, diving into the Narrative Lectionary, and we'll just keep on doing that. Forever? I don't know. For a while, at least. Probably a long time. All right. See you next time. Bye. When you're ready, take that.